Hey everybody, welcome. In this video, we're going to look at getting started with Quizizz, how it's super easy to get a quick assignment out to your students or a quiz or a game in class, and also how you can create a quick custom game or set, and also how you can look at the reports and kind of information that you can glean from them. So when you first log into Quizizz, it looks like this. So let's just say you wanted to do something really quick with your students. You don't have time beginning a class. Up here, you can actually search here, and you're going to search for what you want to play a game with. So let's say you're a science teacher. I'm a Spanish teacher, by the way, so this is not something I would search for. But let's say I'm teaching photosynthesis. What you can do is then come up and you'll get a whole bunch of different games that have already been created. If you just hover over the game over here on the right, you can see that the questions come up. So you can scroll through them and see if they're all good, accurate questions. And then if you want to, just click play and you can go into the game. Before we do that though, however, I want to point out that I have the free account. And so any of these sets that say super on them, you won't be able to use yet, not until you pay for the upgraded account. So let's go back. Now this set right here, so let's say I'm ready to go. I just want to get my students going on a game. I can hit play up here, or if I want to, I can just click on the set. And I'm going to start a live, they call it quiz, but it's more like a game really. I can do classic. You can do it in teams, individually, or this one sets it as a test, which is just kind of more serious for like assessment. It takes away probably the music and the memes and stuff like that. So let's say I want to do a team game. I can click that. If you are using Google Classroom, you can actually assign your quizzes, sets, and stuff in games to a class right here. Choose the amount of teams you want to have. There are a few other settings down here that you can play around with. If you want the students to not be able to type in their own names, you can click this button right here, and other settings that you want to play around with. So what I'm going to do is click continue, and then the web page will pop up that tells you what tells the students where they should go, and then the code they should put in. It automatically distributes them to a different team, and then you can start the game. I'll show you what the game looks like in just a second. Let's take a look at how you can get this to them as a homework assignment. So let's just go ahead and go back to that initial photosynthesis. Here we go right here. So if I want to, I can click assign homework. Give it a deadline if you want to. Go through the settings, see if there's anything that you need to change first, obviously. And then I can click assign, and it'll generate a code, a website, this code, or even easier, if you're using Google Classroom, you can just click here, or you can give them this link and it'll direct them immediately to the page where they can play individually. So let's take a look at what that looks like right now. So I just clicked share link. I believe it copied it, so I'm going to paste it into a new window. Okay, students put their name in, click start, click start game. And then a lot of these are just set up as matching. So let's just say that they guess or the blue box over here, and they get it wrong. It'll tell them which one was correct, and then they can move on after that. They can just click the next button to speed it up a little bit, and then go through and look at all their answers. When they're done, let's take a look at what the reports look like. So if you go back to just the home page, your landing page when you first log into Quizizz, over here on the left, you can see there's a reports option. And these reports work for both games that were assigned at home. So like you can see right here, this is the photosynthesis one that I just assigned. But I also have some other ones that I've assigned recently. And then these ones down here are all the different team games that I've played in the last few days. So let's take a look at, for example, this one that's on the body that we just did this morning 3 hours ago. We had a total of 14 participants. It shows you their accuracy. If you feel like they're doing really poorly, like I did on this photosynthesis one, you can click assign as practice so they can get them a homework assignment for that one. But let's click on it really quick. Okay, so what you can do is actually scroll through, see all of your students' names, see how well they did, and you can. What else you can do also is look at the individual questions right here. Scroll through them, and you can see which ones they got 100%, and it'll also look at, like this question right here, la oreja, which means ear. You can see that one person thought it was eye and got that wrong. If you want to see more specifics, like which students got which ones wrong, you can click the overview here, and then what will come up is, let's say this one right here, this web page does not like me being here. Okay, he got this one over here wrong. So this question, if you go up to the top here, or anywhere in the green, you can see that the question is the hand, and the answer is la mano. So if I put my hover over here, he chose el mono. So he wasn't too far off, right? He just got that a little bit wrong. And you can go through all of the questions like that and see how well they're doing. The last thing I want to do today is show you how you can create your own game with really quickly, rather than making all of your own individual questions. Like you can see that I have two different the two quizzes right here. One's on the body parts in Spanish and one's on the imperfect in Spanish. And they have 36 questions. I put these together by taking questions from other sets that have already been made. And it didn't take me too long, so let's show you how you can do that. We'll click the create button over here on the left. I'm going to make a quiz. I'll call the quiz, I don't want to do photosynthesis anymore, I'm really bad at that. Let's say my students are learning about sports in Spanish. I'll pick Los Deportes, world languages, click next. And let's say I just want to do multiple choice questions, so I'll click that. Okay, what I'm going to do is click in this box up here that says search for questions that were already made. So what happens is it automatically searches for things that are in the title of this new set you're creating, and it comes up with games that have already been made. So like this one right here, this first one is 16 questions on Los Deportes. So good chance that there's some words in here that I want to use. So like this question right here, que es esto, the person's running is like, the answer is atletismo. So if my students are learning this word and I want to add it to my set, I'm just going to click the add button right here. And it tells you that over here on the bottom left, that one question was teleported to your new set. So here's another one. Let's say they're not learning badminton. I'll just go past it. Baseball, they are learning it. I'll click add. You know, boxing, maybe we're not learning that. I'll just scroll past it and then keep going through until you find, the ones you want. Maybe there's some that are missing. If you want to, you can just click onto another set and you can start scrolling through that one and seeing if there's any questions like, oh, here's volleyball. Let's grab that one and put it on there. Do keep in mind, I was doing this yesterday. I did find a couple sets that had one or two answers that were wrong or had a spelling error on them. So if that happens to you, take a look at this. So here are the questions. I imported these 3 questions. Like let's say that this one right here was wrong. It's not. Let's say it was. I can just click edit right here. And then like maybe they chose the wrong answer for it. I can just change it by clicking here. Maybe that's that's the right spelling. Or maybe this is the right word, but there's supposed to be an accent mark on the O. I can just add that in really quick. Okay, and now it's correct. And I click save and I'm done. There are other things you can edit in there as well. I suggest you play around with it if you want to. And then when you're done with all of your questions, what you're going to do is up here on the right, we'll click publish. Yeah, I don't believe you have to give it an image. And then you can choose your language here, choose your grade level. I think it makes you do that. Let me do it really quick. First grade to third grade. And then you can choose here if you want to be public or private. We'll just maybe leave it public, click save. So now I want to go to my library. That Los Deportes is right here. And you can go through that process I showed you a minute ago with assigning it as homework or playing it live in class just by clicking on it and then going in by starting a live quiz like that. And then again, when you play those games or you sign up at home, it automatically shows up in the reports here once the students have played them or used those sets a little bit. I do recommend you check out Quizizz if you haven't used it yet. If you guys have questions, let me know and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.